All right, so one of the things I want to pick your brain about is continue with our conversation we were talking about the other day about the ruling with the graphic designer and not having to service the gay couple.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out if we okay with discrimination, then where's that line?
Mm-hmm.
When is it not okay to have discrimination?
That's if you talk about just me or just am I speaking for the public?
If we making laws based on like where discrimination is allowed, then where do we think that law should stop? I mean, step in.
Okay.
If you making a law, where do you think?
So that's why I'm talking for society.
Yeah, you're talking for society, not for you. But you can do both. Feel free to do both.
I think discrimination stops where I pay taxes at.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's where it stops at. Like unless we can, which would be hard unless you can like kind of figure out, okay, well, if this place discriminate against black people, then my taxes don't have to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
a lot. That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
a lot.
That's a lot
to figure out. Yeah.
So like any place that's like I help pay any type of taxes.
Social Security office,
anywhere. If there's a school, a local school there, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere there, then that's where. But if it's your own private business and it ain't like I'm not paying property taxes on that over there, then yeah, by all means, you can be whatever you want to be. You're free to be whatever you want to be. Not gonna hurt my feelings.
And what's your like personal for you? What's your line?
I don't care either way.
All of it can be.
It's only when it becomes when you put me in danger.
When
you put me and the people I look like in danger. I think that's where it kind of stops it for me.
I think that's a dangerous because a lot of stuff be building up because of discrimination. Then all of a sudden we put it in danger.
I agree with you, but I think you should. For me, you should always know your enemies, man. Like reading Sun Tzu, The Art of War. That's why I'm kind of okay because I don't want you because like sometimes you don't even realize you can have close friends and the whole time they like that, but they just hide it until they with other people, or they get in a scenario where they get emotional or drunk or whatever, and certain stuff come out, and you like, okay, where have this been?
It just been lying,
or places,
I agree because I was thinking along those same lines, but extended a bit further, like wherever I pay taxes, but also like public services, I think should also be included in that. Like,
but don't you pay? Well, but go ahead.
But like because anything because like the government don't really control. Like they got federal credit unions and stuff, but banks and stuff are the ones that be giving out loans to help you build like wealth and whatnot.
Don't we pay taxes towards the banks though?
I'm not sure. I think government subsidizes some of the banks or whatever. Buys their debt, but they still listed as, companies, whatever.
Okay.
So even then, I think it should extend to them. Like if you have some access to wealth or whatever, you shouldn't be able to discriminate in housing as well. I think that should also be included in there. Like public goods or public services or things that help generate wealth, I think should like be discrimination-free zones.
Okay, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
But like your graphic design business, whatever,
I don't care. Dog.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. But also, I'm okay. Like, I'm also trying to figure out, is there a way we can like be like how they do us and be like sneaky with the discrimination? Because there are some people, like for me, like you, like if it came up in the news that a bank denied like a neo-Nazi's loan or something like that, I'd be like, all right, I don't care.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, that's a discrimination-free zone. But at the same time, like he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
So it's like, where's that line? Because you can't deny if you can't deny somebody on the basis of being black, can you deny somebody on the basis of being a neo-Nazi?
Yeah. Depending on what the business is. Because you got to talk.
I'm saying public. I'm just saying the public.
No, I understand.
But if you the government,
are you talking about a loan to get a car or a house or a loan for a business?
Either one.
Because any of those are fine for me. You know what I mean?
What if he get the car and then he put it with explosives? Now, where's that line?
For me, he gonna get the car anyway. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It really don't matter.
Yeah.
This one is on them to make the decision.
Yeah.
At that point, you have to look at like how often do neo-Nazis come in here and not pay their stuff back, and then that becomes a statistic that you have to look at. So I do agree that banks, housing, and stuff like that should be eliminated from being able to discriminate. Should be based on whatever their standards is. But I don't know. That's a tough line
because
I will say I don't like the idea that they would discriminate against a neo-Nazi.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not like overly passionate about it.
Yeah,
but I am like,
it was the line.
His money green.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
His money green.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he paying.
His money green. But I think it will also depend like what are you getting a loan for? Like if you get in a business and you try to start like a nonprofit for like a neo-Nazi organization.
That's why I asked. I was like,
it's like would they be like,
that's a business.
Like, well, should we should this be allowed? Because they can still, because you can still circumvent like discrimination by saying we just ain't like his business plan or something like that. But I think they should also have, man, if you got a history of being a neo-Nazi, they be like, we don't think this is a safe investment. You know what I mean? If all your feed is just like white power, they probably like, I don't think this is a safe bet.
But if that's not part of they can't be like, well, we do look at people's Facebook and Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Instagram posts to make decisions on that. That'll be a weird thing for them to say. But like, what would you do as the loan officer?
See, that's a hard one. See, for me, that's why I'm glad I ain't got that power. Because, I find a reason. Look, man, we ain't giving you this. we ain't giving this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he walking in the Klan's outfit and then I end up being his representative? Am I supposed to be like, yeah, here's your loan?
Bro, I'm looking at my manager like, hey, yo, my man.
Like, come on, man. Ain't no way we like. Oh. So it's hard finding that line, man.
I don't know what.
And I was juggling in my mind, like, because if like, what would I do? Like, what would be allowed?
For me, if your credit good, I don't care. Unless like
credit good and you gotta have a sound business.
Yeah, I have of course. You know what I'm saying? If you meet the standards, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping about it. Like, whatever, man.
No matter what they into.
Make sure I don't care what you into, dog. Yeah, it's not I don't care how you feel. Don't forget who gave you this money, though.
Yeah, because I put myself in that exact situation. I put myself in that situation. I put my situation having to explain it to black people. Like, look, I had to do it. Like, I did. I'm sorry.
Like he do something crazy with the money.
Look.
Like you do like some type of like rally or something.
It was all a ploy or whatever. Like he just took the money, did something else.
Yeah, you gotta make some excuse out of it. I'm like, man, you can get the money, dog. I don't really care, but however you feel is however you feel, man. I'm not here to try to. We have business.
So he come in there, but he come in there, nigger. I need $100,000.
That's tough.
But then I think there's some type of policy there. You just can't talk to our employees any type of way.
I thought about that too as I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, that'd be.
Excuse me, I'm talking to this nigga on the phone.
Yeah.
Money real quick.
Man, I don't be really caring, man. Like. If he was to do
I'll
something
pull out
like
the anime swords you was just talking about, put it on that desk.
Yeah, see, for me with that, all you did was just tighten my abilities. Because if I'm about to give you something, I make the decision on if you a person that I feel like I can trust or not, and how much the interest rate is gonna be, how much everything. So if you come and be disrespectful, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put you in a position where this is gonna be tough on you when you get this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that'll be.
This, you know what I'm
saying? I'm gonna go right towards the book. Like whatever the rule is.
You miss one payment. I'm taking your house.
Like
I'm taking your house.
I'm tightening. Like I don't know if you got loans before.
Yeah,
they pretty.
I got loans now.
Yo, chill. Shout out the Supreme Court,
bro.
So for me, it's like, man, like I would just go by the whatever our standards are. I would just tighten
them.
I'll just tighten the standards.
Like okay, you get no wiggle room.
I'm gonna stay within the rules.
Yeah.
But if you come and be talking crazy, like, man, I would suggest you go to somewhere because I'm not gonna be the best. I'm not gonna represent you in the best way. I suggest you go to somebody else because I'm gonna put you in a bad position because
is that discrimination?
If not, about I don't think
after
it's after the disrespect. Now, if you come in with just tattoos on, then I don't care. That's your skin. But once you come at me as we going through the process, then I'm tightening the screws 100%. Yeah.
I heard an interesting perspective from Ben Shapiro the other day. Well, today actually, I think it's after this ruling that came against discrimination, of course. And his perspective was that what they did was okay because it's a rule. Discrimination shouldn't be applied against actions. It should be applied against like things that we can't control, like the color of our skin or whatever. Which was his point, because he was talking about you wouldn't know somebody was gay unless they told you was gay. That's a behavior, that's an action. You know what I'm saying? And that was his point. But then somebody made the point of like, but you guys apply that religion, but you wouldn't want somebody to discriminate against you against that with that either. Like I wouldn't know what religion you in. You know what I'm saying? So how can you on this instance be like talking about it's just about the behavior when it comes to like gay people or whatever. But over here,
which is also a behavior.
Yeah, more of a behavior because you know what I'm saying? Because whether you believe it or not, other people like you either born gay or you already gay or whatever. But a religion, you know what I'm saying? You can be born into a religion, but that's something you gotta like actually practice, whatever. So they like, so how can on one hand you be like, oh, it's about the behavior, but on this hand you want to like accept.
And Ben was saying. Ben was on the gay side, like saying like, but he didn't bring up the religion side.
He was one-sided. He was saying that like he was defending the court's decision to discriminate against gay people because he was like, this is like that's not a trait that's inherent to you. That's like a behavior.
So in retrospect of that, like I never even thought about it like that, right? Where if I'm like if I worship like Satan or somebody, I was like, well, if you're a Christian, like, I can't. Even though I don't know what their thing is, apparently they have like some type of standards on how to live, which is pretty. I think it's like 11 rules or something.
Yeah, it's actually. I mean, it's basically like humanism.
It's
like do right by others. Like it's not like we down there sacrifice. It's like sacrifice goats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like they just have like a more humanist. Be good to people. Don't bother people. Do your best you can.
So if I was worshiping like lizards or something, let's just not say Satan.
Anunnaki.
Well, let's not say lizards because apparently that's the whole
these
thing.
People
on these planes and stuff, so that's not even. So if I was worshiping turtles,
you
know what I'm saying, let's go with another reptile, I guess. So if I was worshiping turtles, and my turtle religion was like, you can't worship no other guys. We can only serve people who worship turtles. And you come in as a Christian, it would be okay for me to discriminate against a court this new law.
According to me, I mean,
that's why Supreme Court.
Well, yeah. I mean, they ain't think about that though. They didn't think about that though.
Of course, that's like when they had them book bans. Like you didn't think about what was in the Bible.
And they took the Bible right up out of there.
Like when you sent me that, it's like, bro, you don't know how funny it is every time I watch. Like somebody realize like the book, like the Bible, got some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
in it. Like it's like,
they made the Bible to a graphic novel, man. They'd be shocked.
That's crazy. But the kind of like they don't really think about how the repercussion, because they be so like they be having their blinders on. They don't see that, like how this can affect you too.
But I think that was more Ben Shapiro's perspective of it versus their perspective. And I found out that that whole case was probably fugazi in the first place.
Yeah, she wasn't like, she had just started being like
she wasn't even.
Yeah.
And I think
and she had like other cases where she tried to do that before.
Yeah, and like I think the dude, I mean, they tried to sue or whatever. He was like, he ain't gay or something. He's just like a father or something like that.
Oh,
it was just like real crazy. But even if they bring the case back up, they probably gonna be like, well, the Supreme Court being as esteemed they are, like we gonna roll with it anyway.
Yeah, bro. I did hear about that a little bit. I ain't get too much in it because I ain't really care no more because the ruling was the ruling.
Yeah, this is the shittiest Supreme Court. Like, there's no standards. They just taking whatever case they can and try to get whatever policy or
I'm enjoying it.
Perspective they want out. It's disgusting.
I'm enjoying it. And I think you upset because they ain't giving you no more money.
I ain't worried about that. We got a plan B. Which Biden should have done in the first place is just get a Secretary of Education the power in the first place.
Yeah, in the first place.
I don't even want to go through that. I don't even know I got to go through this, man.
I was trying to be nice and include y'all, but since y'all want to
be like this, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to get rid of all of it. Yeah, how you feel?
Yeah. And then I'm going to extend it to make it even enough. That's going to be crazy if you extend it.
Which is disproportionately affecting black people. So, you know what I'm saying? Bring them reparations down. Mm-hmm. You ain't worry my debt. We good.
We'll talk about it later. But yeah, that's kind of I'm okay with it as long as it ain't to a point where it actually harms me.
Yeah.
turning me away.
It's a dangerous line.
Like if you harm me as far as in the housing market or like food or banking loans, cars. Like if you, which is what those policies and laws are there for, to make sure those things don't happen. But for as far as you owning a business and you just, like I say, man, I'm only going somewhere where they want me at.
Yeah.
And I want to know if you want me at.
But like, if I need a passport.
Yeah, I don't want to hold up with that. Just give me my passport.
Give me my passport,
dog. Where I'm going ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Just do your job. You know what I'm saying?
To get away from people like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.